Hi guys, this is a quick look at the Who's Who Omnibus Volume 1. This is a very expensive omnibus. This is actually not my copy. I will get one of these, but it's just a matter of time. The reason why is I actually own all the original comics. For example, this is... and there wasn't really a need for me to run out to get the omnibus or anything like that, so I'm going to wait for a sale. You can get it for like $90 on in stock, and I believe $130 on Amazon at the moment. But I'm waiting for an even larger price drop, believe it or not. And yeah, look at this. This is huge. There's 1,300 pages in here, and like I said, it retails for $150. But like I said, you can get it cheaper elsewhere. And I guess if you order through your local comic store, you do get 20% off, or I don't know what the discount that they give you, depending on how much volume you order. But you can get a discount instead of $150. Now this collects Who's Who number 1 through 26, Who's Who 87 update number 1 to 5, Who's Who update 88 number 1 to 4, and all the annuals from 1989. So in 1989 they published a bunch of annuals, and in those annuals there are 1 or 2 pages of Who's Who entry, like brand new entries. For example, Secret Origin Annual number 2, for example, has a few entries for some Teen Titans entries. And it's collected here, which is really nice, because if you don't buy everything, it's kind of nice. Now, quality varies. For example, this Vicky Vale one, you can see some dark spots here, and then some light spots here. And then, so this is kind of like, they must have gotten the source material from the actual comic book, like maybe they scanned the comic book because of from the annuals. I don't, well, some stuff like Silver Banshee, Peking Russell, man, I love his art. You can see the text here is a little more even and readable. Like I said, it varies on some, I think just depends on the source material. For example, the Herald, which I believe this was taken from the Secret Origins book. If you look at the text here, it's very light. And it could be just, and then if you look on this side too. So I think it's based on the source material. So yeah, it collects a lot of stuff, and what it doesn't collect is it doesn't collect Who's Who in the Legion of Superheroes. There's 7 issues of these. It doesn't collect Who's Who in Star Trek, which I believe, based on the license and everything, I don't think they're gonna ever reprint this. It doesn't collect the Who's Who in the Impact universe, which based on, again, the licensing and stuff, it is now owned by Archie Comics. You will probably never see this ever again. And it doesn't collect the loose leaf format, which I believe that may be in volume 2. So this is George Perez Wonder Woman cut number 4, I think. And so I'm very looking forward to volume 2, which will collect the loose leaf format. So yeah, so basically, but anything prior to the updates and the 89 annuals is collected here, and it's, I have to say, it's very nice to get it in one volume. And they digitally recolored everything, or they basically I guess they made it HD, so basically it's all high resolution, and it looks clean, and they, like I said, everything is recolored. The problem with that is there are some errors in the book. Now, I didn't, meticulously go through each thing, but somebody pointed out that here we go. So you see how his face mask is not colored in? It's only half colored. I'll show you the original book. Give me a second. Okay, for comparison, you see how his face mask is colored all the way in here, while in the new version they miscolor, they just missed it. I'm hoping they correct that in future reprints, but for now that's like a noticeable thing. So I'll keep an eye out for more of these weird stuff, but I mean, you know, there's like, again, 1,300 pages. Somebody's bound to miss something, and you know, that could have been caught. I mean, if somebody caught that, they could have used a proofreader or something to look at each of these artwork. And speaking of artwork, they are gorgeous. Oh, Joe Staton. Gil Kane, man, some of these artists I haven't seen in a while. Russ Heath here, Jack Kirby, of course, legendary. Terry Austin. Oh, I didn't know he actually is an artist. I thought he was always an inker. Yeah, so some of these artists I haven't seen in a long time, and it's very nice to see. Oh, Ed Barretto, rest in peace. Yeah, many of these artists are now gone. So Rich Buckler, also gone. Dan DiCarlo. Man, Gil Kane, the great Gil Kane. Again, Jack Kirby. Ooh, Steve Lido, who also is rest in peace. Man, his art is so good. Yeah, John Byrne. Wow, look at that. John Byrne doing Elastic Girl. Yeah, so it's really nice to get, you know, all these artwork and, you know, digitally remaster, basically, like George Perez there. Chuck Patton. What else? Yeah, it's just really nice to get them in the art. Unfortunately, the text, if you read any of the text, it's woefully outdated. It's been 30 years outdated. So it's, you know, Gil Kane once more. Oh, Bill Sienkiewicz. Now, if you look at the Silver Swan one, Bill Sienkiewicz, there's actually an update on her entry in the later update. So we can take a look at the original entry for Silver Swan. And you can see it has a different logo. I think Bill Sienkiewicz designed that logo himself or something. And then the artwork here. It's interesting, there's a little blue with a splash of red in here. That's something you don't often see in these background art, because usually it's just monocolor. For example, Sinestro here, it has just green here. So you don't see many of this multicolor. Okay, so Silver Swan actually had a re-entry. So the new entry is actually by George Perez, because at the time he was the writer and artist of Wonder Woman, so they had to update his entry. Well, the nice thing is there is an index, so you can look up where the new entry is. So this is Silver Swan, the second or the third version of Silver Swan, and obviously George Perez was writing and doing the art for the Wonder Woman series at the time, so this needed an update, and so this was the entry for the update. So this is, as you can see, new art, and again, all this information here is probably outdated. Alright, so in conclusion, if you're a fan of Who's Who, you know, from the comics, if you own the original, I think it's definitely worth picking this up, especially because you're seeing the artwork fresh, again, brand new, you know, digitally remastered and everything, and you know, in over 30 years. And some of these artwork are definitely worth, you know, the price of an admission here. It's hard to kind of justify the price, though. It is $150. Now, like, again, you can get it cheaper, but I think retail $150 is a lot, and it's you know, 1,300 pages. So for just really die-hard fans, I think they're gonna pay that much for it. I think I was willing to pay that much just because you know, I just love the series. Unfortunately, the data part, the entry, they're all out of date, and that's really not worth much. But the artwork is just amazing. The artwork, the logos, just the the whole thing is awesome. And yeah, I like it. Yeah, I am waiting for a sale, or at least trying to get it for a really good price. I do want to own this, definitely. But since I have the original, really there wasn't like a rush for me to run out to buy this. Obviously, I'm borrowing this from somebody, and I'm enjoying it right now. And just, but I don't know if I need to own it right away, especially for that price, though. But again, I think eventually I'll pull the trigger. I probably will do it sooner than later, because InStock has it for like about $90. I think that's a fair price for this. So I'm definitely gonna get it. But I'm never ordered from them before, so I'm slightly worried about it. I can order from Amazon, which I know is just I've done business with Amazon for many years, and I've never had issues with Amazon, and they ship right away. They ship the same day pretty much, and then you get it within 2 days. So I'm not worried about. I mean, if I'm worried about the whole shipment thing, definitely I'll pay a little more, but I know for the sake of sanity that I'll get it, in a timely manner. All right, so yeah, if you're into Who's Who, definitely pick this up. You probably own it already, so there's really no point in me talking about it. If you're kind of on the fence about it, I say wait for a sale. Wait for the price is good for you, especially if you already own the original comics. You don't need to run out and get it. It's still very nice, though. And I guess the best part is it's all collected in one gigantic volume. If you have like the majority of these and missing issue 4 or missing issue 6 or something, or you don't have any of the updates, or you don't have any of the 89 annuals, definitely look into this. This is definitely, because it collects a lot of the stuff. I am unhappy that some of the entries are somewhat bad. I mean, obviously the source material is not very good, so you can't really blame them that much. But at the same time, if you're DC Comics, should you not have the original negative where you when you print the comics, you take an image of the entry or whatever is for later reprints or something? I don't know. I just feel that for the price you're paying for this format, seeing some of the print is not very good. And that's, I think it's just based on the source material they had. I'm kind of like upset about that, but at the same time, some of this stuff is really rare, so maybe that's part of the problem. But I'm gonna argue that since you're DC, shouldn't you own the original negative or whatever the original print image or whatever that they use? All right, just as a special bonus, let's talk about this cover here. This is it's actually a mix of two covers. This is from number 2 and the number, I think, 19 or 17. And here you go. So this is the Batman original cover with Batman, and then this is the one with the Nightwing. As you can see here, it's actually merged in the two cover together. So I thought that's kind of neat that they did that here. I believe it's just these two covers. I haven't really looked into that that much, but definitely this is a really nice weird mashup between the two covers, and I think it works. I think it really works because obviously there's some stuff they had to pencil in here. They had to digitally add some of these lines, but hey, it works, I think. Nobody's gonna notice. Alright, so special bonus, I'm going to show you some loose leaf format, and these are basically the Who's Who that came after the original books, and I think they print these because they want the fans to put them together in however order that they want. So I do mine alphabetically, so I just took the last few pages from the thing, and but you can organize it by alien race here, heroes, villains. They have different categories, so you can organize it how you like. Like I said, I do alphabetical. So Now the loose leaf, since it's each hero has or villain has his own entry. So basically, the front and back. So some of them don't have much text to them. I'll try to find a good example for you. Well, so here's one. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. There's not much that they can add to it, so there's a lot of empty spaces here. But because they are significant enough to have its own entry, they have to have its own page. So, as you can see, the artwork is amazing because it's taken advantage of the entire page. So yeah, definitely I'm looking forward to them to reprint the volume 2 because already though the artwork here looks already like high definition. You know, I mean that process must they must convert to digital or something, because the colors here are definitely much better reproduced at a much larger scale as well. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll look a lot better in the omnibus format. And yeah, I'm looking forward to them reprinting Who's Who in the Legion of Superheroes. So we'll take a look at some Legion of Superheroes. So, oh man, these are, look at this, like some of this artwork is just really outdated. This is Mike Mignola actually, so that's kind of interesting. He did a couple entries. Is that Rob Liefeld? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I recognize many of these artists. Is that Kevin McGuire? I can't tell. That's definitely Keith Geffen at least. I don't know. I may be wrong with some artists. I'm just basing it off of style. But yeah, so I'm hoping they reprint the Who's Who in the Legion of Superhero, because there's some funky entry. Matter Eating Lad, come on. Monel. Okay, so yeah, definitely looking forward to them reprinting these. What else? Yeah, what else can they do? I can't think of any other Who's Who. I just really wish that DC would actually print a new one for 2021. You know, Who's Who in the DC universe. You know, New 52, post New 52, or something like that. Because I have not actually bought. I mean, I buy comics here and there, but I don't really keep up. And it will be kind of nice to get a definitive book or so of all the new DC stuff. So I don't know. I'm hoping they go back and do that maybe for the modern age, because like again, a lot of these entries are so outdated that it's not really great to read. But anyway, thanks for watching. So an addendum, I was just going through my loose leaf and I just realized some of these have fold out. So for example, this Justice League headquarters, it folds out into a tri-fold. And I don't know how they're going to handle that in the if they reprint it. I suppose they can shrink the image and then print it on one page, but it just won't be the same as some of these the fold outs. So yeah, that's something really cool. I'm looking forward to see how they do this. And check this out, like Adam Hughes doing the art for this. Yeah, he was the artist for Justice League for a time, but I think he was maybe a slower penciler, so they just they had somebody else to take over for Adam Hughes. But that's, I think Justice League was one of his first professional gig as a comic artist. Also, if you notice on the bottom here, these are new art panels. So each of these, look at this Brian Bolin one for this Joker one, right? This is a new Brian Bolin art. But then he also has to do the profile up there, and he also do these tiny little box art down here as well. So not only are you getting the full entry for the Joker here by Brian Bolin, but you also get in brand new tiny little art details on the back. And oddly enough, they have who created the Joker up here. It says Bob Kane. I don't know if they want to revise that. No, I'm just. I don't. Yeah, so some of these characters have they're credited with the writer and artist. So Roy Thomas and Jerry Ordway created Jade, etc., etc. Yeah, I'm actually probably more excited about the loose leaf and how they're gonna print this in the new volume 2. So I'm definitely very interested in volume 2 if I guess if sales are good enough for you know, if the first omnibus sold really well, that I'm assuming DC is going to go back and rush for volume 2. Jerry Ordway, great artist there. So yeah, Power Man.